Yeah, welcome back to the show, everybody, and I hope you're doing fine. New event, we have now a date, we have a topic. They dropped a trailer yesterday, and we're gonna go through that. We're gonna analyze all the juicy stuff, and there's also a blog post. And today will be a combo video. We're gonna analyze the trailer, and at the same time, I'm gonna covering the blog post, gonna analyze that and share some juicy new info for you guys. So I'm gonna do it as always. First, I'm gonna show you the trailer. Just let it run. You can have a look at that. You probably saw it already, but maybe you didn't. And then afterwards, we're gonna go through it and have a look at the spicy details. All right, let's go.
You remember your initiation, don't you? Now, there's always been some blood involved. I just want to add a little more flavor.
Initial reconnaissance report to Lieutenant Colonel Whitlaw. We reached the target site on June 1st, 1896.
Found signs of fighting. Casualties. Spilled bandages. Rumors confirmed.
The dead are walking, skin peeling like birch bark. We observed multiple armed and skilled combatants engage.
3 survived and ran. We followed her trail and established base camp in an abandoned hunting tower to map the area. But we were attacked.
Now, what brings you two down here?
Levinson?
We encountered former Private Grizz Levinson.
He told us about hunters and the inoculations that keep them from becoming fiends.
We've decided that the injections will increase our chances of fulfilling the mission.
It is the only way to see what's really out there.
Disregard previous reports. Condition is stable. No infected in sight. All progressing smoothly. We see, at all hours we see the bright dawn. It lights the trail ahead.
Oh boy, you probably saw already a few very interesting things, and I would say we go through the trailer. I'm gonna stop every time there's gonna be, at least in my opinion, something interesting, and if need be, I'm gonna pull in the blog post and then we can discuss that. Let's go.
You remember.
So, this is already where we gonna stop for the first time. That right there is a new throwing axe skin, and I guess it belongs to Cook. I know. Magnificent observation, thank you very much. But there's also a little bit of story, and I would say we start with the story first, and that's from the blog post. A new story drawn in blood. One Who Flies and Red Raven, I'm gonna introduce these two in a second, to Anishinaabe, I have no idea how to pronounce it, and I'm very sorry. That's actually a real tribe, by the way, I googled that. There is a big Wikipedia entry for that, in case you're curious. So again, 2 Anishinaabe cousins and former US military scouts are hired to venture into the incursion zones of Louisiana and Colorado. Their mission is to get intelligence on the corruption for their military employers. They find a waking nightmare beyond imagination. In search of shelter, they encountered the cook, an out-of-work, insatiable culinary degenerate. Nice description, with taste for human flesh. Awesome. Definitely wanna look for shelter where this guy hides. But hey, he offers them salvation from corruption through a hunter inoculation, which they accept. Their trust misplaced. One who flies and Red Raven are injected with rotten blood. They gain the gift of dark side, but also hear the whispers of the corruption. Slowly, their minds twist, and the chokehold of paranoia takes over. Sweet. So we have quite the introduction here. Let's keep going.
Don't you?
My god. What a way to go, man. You think you will get eaten by zombies? You get eaten by him. Okay, then. This is the cook. Just want to stop here real quick because we have a blog post entry as well. So the cook, Gris Levinson, war and the incursion reshaped a once sound cook into a creature of insatiable and unspeakable cravings that influence his deadly recipes. Yeah, I don't know what I get some, what was his character name? Like Bill from Gangs of New York. He gives me them vibes, the same as Billy's story back in the days, so yeah, it kind of fits the universe. I find it a little bit of a stretch. Maybe. Remember that one shooting scene in this one not super serious western where we had the dude protecting the bank and then he comes out and he has all these pants on him? Looks like, you know, why do we have so many pants? But whatever. Maybe he's influenced by that a little bit? I'm not super sure, but he doesn't have any pants on him. It's mostly like cooking knives and yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, by the way, what you think about all of this. I mean, the skins are not that important. I know. We're gonna talk about the new AI in a bit.
I just want to add a little more.
And I think that's a regular heavy knife. And Showdown 1896, sweet man. The ambience of this trailer is pretty damn good, though, I have to say. Now, here we have the two new guys.
We reached the target site on June 1st.
Oh, boy and girl. Let's see. And I think we're gonna stop here real quick. There are actually two things that are interesting. First of all, yes, this is a new hunter, but also we got a new Semi-Trauma skin. So I think at least this is a Semi-Trauma, but when you compare it to the Seni in-game, it has to be that one. I was a little bit mixed feelings. At first I was super excited because yay, new trauma variant, and we have so little weapons that are actually a trauma variant. So, and then I realized it's for the Seni. I mean, it looks amazing, but yeah. Then let's see the description. We pulled it again from the blog post. The Red Raven, the Miskvagagagi. She joined the army with her cousin. The cook's experimental inoculation made her knife dig deeper, her reports dissolving into rambles of a blood-soaked sky. Sweet, that's pretty dark. So, now we're gonna talk about that later, because it's actually in the trailer. Let's continue with that one.
Found signs of fighting.
Nice, she looks good though, I like that.
Spilled bandages.
Oh yeah, spilled bandages. And this is something that will be important. They kind of hit this in the trailer. In the trailer, I would have just ignored that scene. But with the blog post, very important. The world remembers passive tracking is expanded. More entities now leave permanent traces, creating a detailed trail of player presence which can be followed. Envelopes, like ammo crates and first aid kits, now remain open. Destroyed barrels leave behind remains. Killing animals leaves corpses. Doors remain. Okay, you get the point, right? I don't know how I feel about this. I like it because lots of people complained that Hunt Showdown is getting too much, you know, only the showdown, not the hunting. And now implementing something that gives you more to track. How much it will actually impact that, questionable, because, yeah, okay, seeing the barrel remains, we see already now when a medkit was used or not, so let's see how that will feel. I didn't play this yet, so it definitely helps with the ambience, with the world building, and with the environment and how the game feels. But for the actual impact, we will have to wait and see, yeah, how great the impact actually will be. Okay. And then, next one, we have some burned convoys. Hidden locations marked by smoke plumes containing high-tier loot, including Catalyst. The high-tier loot can be a lot. Again, this is from the blog post, and you don't see that. But I played Inferno when they introduced that, and you could see smoke very far. So you just look around the map and you will find this. This will be a hotspot at the beginning, because if this is like a new high loot area, this will be interesting. I wonder if it will work how the Bileweaver Nest, where we have tower cards, all the trades and whatnot. It says right here, including Catalyst. Maybe new event trades that will be there. You will have to wait and see. From ambience point of view, you can see it even there a little bit in the back, that blue glow, but I have a close-up here, I think, in a second. We see our two friends here. Yeah, right there. So, can be Catalyst, but there will also be another new trait, and that will be All Ears Alters Darkside Audio. So, All Ears is the new trait name, I assume. Lowering ambient noise and making enemy audio clearer. Found at Scout Towers and Burned Convoys for 2 pledge marks. I don't know how much that will actually help. It might even help only the people sitting in a corner, and then they tap Darkside with the trait, and then they will hear everything, and they know exactly when you come and how far away you are. For actually hearing while you're moving yourself, let's see how good this will be. The idea is clear. They go for the hunting aspect, for giving you intel that you can work with. But which side is this actually helping? Monsieur Bushwookie? Or the guy looking for people and actually doing the hunting? Well, to be fair, very often while you go hunting, you're not moving that much too. So, debatable. It's gonna be a tricky trade, and this is something I can only judge the moment I played it. Let's go on.
Image confirmed.
The dead are walking, skin peeling like
Bing.
birch bark.
Sweet. Again, gonna have to play Sunny Trauma again. Iron Skulls, they have their shootout. There is, I think, only one new skin in that scene.
Survived and ran.
They just have a smile on their face while he got stabbed in the back. How brutal. But here's a new hunter. I'm not 100% sure which one it is, because we have 2 entries in the blog post when it comes to new hunters. One is the Bandit, the sole survivor of his gang's bloody betrayal. He spent the blood money and now rides with the Turncoat gang for more. I mean, he looks kind of like a bandit, but there's another one. And there's a Highwayman. A Highwayman who robbed the wrong person, learned unforgotten secrets, and now owes a life debt to the Turncoat who saved him. Is this again Turncoat? Well, Turncoat gang. Yeah. No. Okay. Well, Turncoat. I don't know which one he is. It's the only new bandit skin that I saw right now on the trailer. There will be another skin that is not mentioned in the blog post. Maybe it isn't even a new skin. Who knows? It's funny. He is a true scumbag. Obviously, you can see this because he's fanning a chain pistol. Also, does it look like a new chain pistol skin? Please. I don't want to look at it. You can tell me later. Bam. Yeah. Look at him. Ugh. Disgusting. And yeah, this is something that I got asked non-stop during the stream yesterday. Did you already see the new, well, scouting tower? Because it's called a scout tower. And of course, we're gonna pair this with the blog post. Scouting and tracking evolved. In Devil's Trail, so that's the name of the new event that is coming, Crytek introduces new ways for players to stalk and prey on enemy hunters, bringing along new details, locations, and mechanics to deepen the unique tension of being on the trail. Hidden information discovery during Devil's Trail. Supply and extraction points are hidden at mission start. Mixed feelings. We're gonna talk about that, and I would say the new AI in a bit. They may be revealed by finding them in person, discovering scouting maps in-world, and extracts revealed after picking up a bounty token, banishing a boss target, or using the Chariot Tarot card. So, are the extractions now all open, and the Chariot card is just revealing that, or is the Chariot card still swapping the locks, and you still have hidden extractions? Scout Towers, new points of interest. You can see it right here. 2 towers spawn per mission, sorry for hitting the microphone, containing interactive scouting maps that reveal hidden locations as well as new tower cards, custom ammo, and traits. Amazing. So, are scouting towers visible? I assume, because in the paragraph before that it says supply and extraction points are hidden. It's not saying that the scouting towers or the scout towers are hidden, so you will be able to see that. You beeline that, and I assume the scouting towers, because, well, they're called scouting towers, they will have the maps, and with the maps you can actually reveal locations on the map. This will be another hot zone. So we're gonna have the burnt cards. Everybody will be able to see that because of the smoke. And the scout tower because, well, it's on the map and people want to know where they have to go. But yeah, once more, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit later because otherwise this is gonna completely derail here. And then we have these two again, and I don't think I introduced the other one. So that is One Who Flies, an army scout whose bleak determination after suspicious inoculation twisted into brutal, reckless nihilism. Well, that is just gonna... I mean, I just find it too funny that his name is One Who Flies, and he's the character who flies over the table in the trailer. But let's keep going. I think they both look gorgeous.
Followed her trail.
Aye.
Established base camp in an abandoned hunting tower to map the area.
Yeah, these scout towers look like the new Bileweaver nests, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, okay. So we see One Who Flies doing a barrel roll, but hey. We're gonna also have new tower cards. The High Priestess reveals the direction of the nearest enemy hunter for 30 seconds. The Pathfinder highlights all use clues on the map for a short amount of time. Wow. Okay, so I get the tracking thing. The High Priestess almost... That feels... It sounds very strong, okay? How will it work? Because right now, Dark Side boost is balanced by you can't shoot at the same time and use Dark Side, so you can't see them with your seconds and shoot at the same time. This right here almost sounds like, okay, when I play this card, I will be able to actually shoot at the same time and see them. Do you see them through walls? Do you basically get wall hack for 30 seconds? How will it look like? Because when you use Dark Side boost, you get this orange glow, wobble wobble, and that is not super accurate and it's actually a little bit delayed. And might even be difficult to hit the actual hunter when you have this orange wobble all over your screen. So maybe close range, it might be a disadvantage. Maybe everybody will run FMJ and Spitze ammo. Again, on paper, these cards sometimes sound super crazy good. Sometimes they are super crazy good. And sometimes you play them and then you realize, okay, there's a massive drawback. Also, we do not know how many tower cards will be there. Right there, there's only one. Right, Bileweaver Nest had 3. Lots of spots on the map where the egg spawned and there was always a tower card. So you had sometimes like 6 cards or 7 cards. I can't remember exactly. And then in random locations like the hunting tower. So there were way more cards during the Bileweaver event than maybe right now. Maybe we'll find some tower cards at the scout tower and also at the burnt cards, but they didn't mention that. And then Pathfinder highlights all use clues on the map for a short amount of time. This is something that will be very valuable for fast players. So you either bring one, don't play it at the beginning, obviously, give it a minute or 2. And once when you think everybody took their first clue, you play the card. And you can see where people spawn, basically. Now, this is very cool, because you can play mind games with that. You can also decide to skip the first clue, to counterplay Pathfinder. So the PvP-hungry people will play the cards, check where the clues are taken, and then go there. Skip the first clue, go to the next compound, and take the clue over there. Might be a play. Who knows? It will help people to ambush you though. So when they play fast and you play slow and they see where you spawn and they see how the map grays out and the map grays out for everybody the same, they can go on the intercept path. I like this. The High Priestess, that's something that I have to see in person first and need to do some PvP with the card. And how often do you actually get the card? Let's see. That card sounds a little bit busted. Pathfinder sounds like a card that really fits Hunt Showdown. Okay. Let's continue with the trailer though. Sweet. Oh, this is gonna be such a brutal scene there. I mean, that. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. And then once more, because we talked already about new traits, you can see that we have some scarce traits also in the tower when you look here through the Vandal Sea Deadeye, I assume. Oof. The optics look a little bit weird, almost modern, no? But yeah, I just say this is a Vandal Deadeye. Not much more to say there, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Sweet, he recognizes them, they're from the army. Hey, I wasn't with the army too, but now I eat humans. And here we go. We have here... That looks like a new Haymaker skin. Yeah, that is not a Lament. Lament has a similar skin where you have the bacon wrapped around it. I call it bacon, it's not bacon. But... yeah, no, that is too big. I think that is a Haymaker. Yeah, alright. New weapon skin for that. Then we have 3, I think, in total. And they become best friends. It almost looked there for a second like the Vandal Deadeye had a suppressor, but hey.
We encountered former Private Grizz Levinson.
Yeah, rotten blood. Nice, from the zombies. Ooh, give me that. Straight into my vein. Beautiful. That must be one bad freaking trip.
It is the only way to see what's real.
Dang. Okay, here's something that I would actually like to see in the future. A cutscene where we see a hunter ritual. There's lore written down where they explain how people turn into hunters, which is cool. This right here is not the same. They gain the powers apparently from hunters, but they're also going a little bit loco in their head, right? They're crazy and they talk about blood rituals and blood moon and whatnot there at the end. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's the same thing. But hey, let's keep going here. Yeah, I mean, they just have a bad trip there. That does not look enjoyable. Yeah, and now shit just hits the fans so hard and they go on a rampage. Funny enough, they're not shooting any zombies. Okay, I'm gonna do here a quick stop. So you can see here somebody. I don't recognize that skin. So maybe it's a new skin too. Not mentioned in the blog post because that looks like an army guy. And we had the bandit, the highwayman, the cook, Red Raven, and one who flies over tables apparently. So none of them really fit that description. I don't know who the highwayman and who the bandit is, but that looks like armies, so I don't think it's either the highwayman or the bandit. Yeah, not a single one of them was a zombie, by the way.
We see.
Okay.
At all hours we see.
Yeah, but we have this, baby. We have this. Yeah, okay, so, cool. A hunter turned monster. Yet one more member of the cast joins Devil's Trail transformed into a monster. A new AI adversary, Firebreather, is rumored to be a former pyromaniac member of the Turncoat gang, now transformed by the corruption into a horrifying new monster found amongst grunts. He spews fire from a distance and erupts in flames when slashed in melee. Eagle-eyed hunters may have caught this in our latest TikTok teaser video. There was a very cool teaser video because they had Morse code in a little short, and I think it's spelled Firebreather or something like that. I mean, makes sense. Let's talk about that in a second because there's crazy potential for that one. Let's finish the trailer first. So there's one more thing that is important because, well, 2 things actually. First, Devil's Trails, March 18th on until June 10th. So you have a date now, and then this is important. That is not Mammoth's Gulch. That is the southwest part of the OG map. And I discussed this with chat yesterday. I personally think this is Inferno coming back, because you have all these little fire pigments flying across the screen that looks like Inferno. You have the orange thing. People were like, oh no, they bring now Hell Daddy. What's his name? Hellspawn? Something like that. Like the wild target to the other maps now too. So could be, and not wrong, because the scream that you hear is from the Hellspawn. I personally think Inferno is coming back. Because why do you have this orange tint and these embers flying across your screen, if not for Inferno? Maybe both. I would like to see Hell Daddy on other maps too. I called him Hell Daddy so many times that I forgot his original name. I think it's Hellspawn. Not 100% sure. Yeah, and that's it for today. Analyzed the whole trailer, covered the block, fused it together in one video, and now let's cover the 2 topics that I still want to talk about. Let's do that. And the first topic is hiding supply and extraction points at mission start. I find this not great, especially the extractions. I have to admit, it depends a little bit, do we still have locked extractions or not? This will be a huge thing. If we only have 2 extractions and they're hidden at mission start, this is gonna be pain. Because you don't know from a distance, will the extraction be locked or not? For example, Preston Oil has an extraction southwest of the compound, and you can see that one from pretty far away. And there's also one northwest on the road that you can see from pretty far away. And I don't know, is that a locked one or not? So you have to go all the way over there. So you have this, oh yeah, nice, I found an extraction. You're there, and then the game says, fuck you, it's locked. Nay? Not a fan of that, to be completely honest. But maybe all extractions are open now, except the middle one. And then the chariot card only opens the middle one, and then all are open. This is weird. Or is the chariot card just revealing the extractions? Did they remove the center extraction? There's a lot of information missing how this will work. But I'm, at first glance, not a huge fan. Especially for fresh hunters. After a fight, you don't have doctors, so you need a crap ton of medkit charges and stuff like that. You want to resupply, and you want to go into the fight. What's going to happen now is, resupplying will be a pain in the butt. So you hear gunshots, you know roughly where people are fighting, and you want to resupply. You can't really do that. So this will either you just run around forever until you find the supply points. Granted, for veterans, this might not even be that difficult, because with thousands of hours in the game, I know all the supply points, and I'm just gonna check them. But new players will have a hard time finding them now. Yeah, not a fan of that. So either you go to the gunshots without resupplying, or you go to the fixed mini arsenals that are on the map. No, not a fan. And then, of course, I don't play Rain anymore, because I find Rain absolutely obnoxious. Gray, and people just sit in corners and they're invisible in basements and stuff like that. If I have an extraction close to me, I extract a Rain map. I'm fully admitting that, and I'm gonna jump to the next one, because I just don't enjoy playing Rain. And I play video games for fun. I know. How dare I? But no, I can't do that anymore. Oh. And it has definitely some advantages, right? Extraction camping is a little bit more difficult when you don't know where the extractions are. But and extracts revealed after picking up a bounty token. They will be revealed for who exactly? For everybody the moment the bounty token got picked up? Only for the bounty carriers? Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that I have so many chariot cards. I think I have like 50 or 60, so I can just bring them. but yeah, this is why the scouting maps will be important. This is why the scout towers will be a hot zone, because people will beeline that. And then the question is, can you find these scouting maps somewhere else too? I hope you can find them somewhere else too, otherwise this will be freaking obnoxious. So, need to play it. At first glance, not a huge fan to this hidden stuff. It impacts my planning. How do I move across the map? And that is kind of busted now. Huh. Definitely need to play this first. Talked about that now, and now let's talk about this thing here. The Firebreather. And they say already you have to be careful with this dude. To quote them, erupts in flames when slashed in melee. Slashed. I assume piercing does the same. So he's like a weaker immolator? Or is it only for slashing? So can you shoot them? They're very specific here with the damage type. And slashed means that you apply a bleed effect. Piercing does not apply bleed. Blunt damage does not apply bleed. The blunt damage works against immolators, so I'm not really surprised that it also works against this guy here. But can you stab a Firebreather? I mean, from a logical point of view, you cannot stab it, and just behaves like an immolator. But it annoys me that they said when slashed in melee. It's very specific. Can I just shoot it though? Will it explode? I don't think it explodes. What would be cool is whenever you hit the hot torso, they explode, and headshots, then they just die like regular grunts. Limb shots, I mean, the arms and the legs look like they don't blow up. So as long as you hit him there and not in the torso area, they should not explode. So regular headshots can just kill them. Interesting. It also depends a little bit, how much range do they have? How fast do these flames travel? Like, you can dodge the fireballs from Hell Daddy. So that's not too difficult with a little bit of practice. But dodging that, and then how quickly does it set you on fire? Does salve skin help? Is it just charcoal fire? Is it like the flame rifle where it deals a lot of physical, like pure damage too, and not even that much charcoal? Yeah, you see already lots of theory crafting, but in a couple days, we will face him. And then we can get all the signs. And I'm also pretty sure they will showcase stuff before the event, and we can prepare. Sweet. So that's it for today. Don't forget to drop your 2 cents. These videos always get hundreds of comments, and I read most of them. Sometimes I don't react to them and I just go through them because there are so many, and otherwise it's like impossible to go through it. But looks nice. I didn't see a new gun though. No new map, but we get Inferno. I assume we get Inferno, by the way. Maybe I'm completely wrong. New AI will be fun. This is something that the game desperately needed. A new AI. Not a wild target, not a boss, new AI. That is even better than new guns. Like, peak new content is stuff like tarot cards, but then it's new AI. And the Bile Weavers are not even that old. I like that. I mean, peak content is always a new map though, but I have no idea how long it will take them to get another map. And the question is, do we even need another map? Let's see. But yeah, let's roll the outro. My dear friends, thank you for watching today's video. And my extra benefits, my friends with benefits, my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me over on Patreon. You guys are, as always, fantastic. And then, right here, my link tree, that's also in the description below, where you can connect to me. My Sharps rifle is now repaired, so I hope I can do a shorts or more content or some actual videos with that very soon, too. And then we have more videos, and we're gonna have, apparently, some event gameplay very, very soon. Hunger also released a missive that I want to cover over the next couple of days, so that will be nice. I see you in the next one. Until then, have a good day, and bye-bye.